this ring game. So we're gonna, when we get started here right at 6 o'clock, so here in 2 minutes, we're gonna get, Kyle will start us off with the break. I'm gonna start the timer, and everybody's gonna have 2 hours to just accumulate as many chips as they can. And then once that 2-hour time frame is up, we'll cycle through the lineup 2 more times, and then whoever's the top of the dog at the end of that will be crowned our ring game champion. Right now, we just have the players kind of practicing around, getting warmed up a little bit as we're starting to get going. Our order going into this, you can kind of see on the screen. It goes left to right, so we're going to have Kyle starting us with CJ following, then Daniel, Nick, Mike, Marcus, and then George. With George is not here yet, we're going to give him a couple rounds to get going. He's still going to be losing chips if he doesn't show up, but we'll get going here right now. Kyle's good to go ahead and get started, so we can go ahead and go. And our timer has begun. So for those of you that don't know the rules of the ring game, it's pure offensive game, no defense allowed. Your money balls, there's an additional money ball here in the rack, so that your money balls are the 5 ball and 9 ball. So whoever makes the 5 ball is going to get 1 chip from everybody in the field, and they will all lose 1. And then if you make the 9 ball, you get 2 chips. And then if you make one of them early, then the ball that you made will come back up. So if the 5 ball gets made and the 2 balls still left on the table, then the 5 ball will get respotted and you still get the chips from that.
I'll leave you in, but if you want, but you have to commit to it, but you're going to lose your turn, your rotation to the game. So when I go through 2 laps, that's up to you.
So we see a dry break from Kyle coming in, and now we get CJ up to the
You only
table.
have 36 chips instead of 40. So make sure it's okay with you.
Now, a different deal with this is, like I said, there's no defense and there's also no fouls. So if you completely miss the ball, you can end up going in and there's no ball in hand unless the cue ball gets off the table. And if that happens, then it's ball in hand in the kitchen. So just like that, we see Daniel miss the ball. However, no ball in hand. Nick has to come to the table and shoot it where it lies.
Time is 2 hours. Time on the ball.
I'm not as tall as
When we get to the 2 hour mark, the last shooter's the last person. And then we'll go through the lineup twice. If person's second or tied, we'll go through the lineup one more time until they're not tied anymore. So someone could, respectively, leapfrog them.
What's up, sir? How you doing today?
Here I'm going to be pulling in Mo here to come join us. How you doing, Mo?
I'm doing very well. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
No, scoot up.
We'll adjust your mic for you right there.
Oh, you hit the 9 first? Yeah. We'll still spot the 9.
So with that, Marcus hit the 9 first, so it was no good. 9 still comes back up on the table, but like I said, there's no ball in hand foul in this, so it just play it as it lies.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Enough for this one?
So this is just to stream to that way they can see it afterwards. We are talking live to what's going on. So as we're saying it, it's
Okay.
if you go off of that, we're gonna have that delay.
Right.
There's a delay on the game, so you can't see it.
Well, we got that going. CJ's been shooting pretty good this year.
Honestly, he's slowly starting to come back in. I haven't seen him in a while, but this last year or so, I've seen him start coming back.
Well, I haven't started until about
Alvarez getting
took
no
that
love
spot,
over here.
holding house cue. after an operation, turns around and wins when he goes.
It's very funny.
It was pretty awesome to watch.
Just goes to show it's not always the equipment, it can just be the player.
Yeah, never the arrow. Just the engine.
So like I said, we have George. He's running a little bit late, so he's still gonna be losing chips as he's going through, but we're just gonna be skipping his turn as it comes up.
So how many chips would that be?
So it just comes down to whenever they make the 5-ball or the 9-ball. And so since the 5-ball and 9-ball have not been made yet, he hasn't lost any chips. So the longer they stay like this, the better it is for George, because it gives them more time for less chips. He's just losing his turn and his opportunity to try and get some balls going.
So once he gets to it, it'll be at his rotation.
Right?
Yeah, so the rotation, if you look up on the screen, it goes from left to right. So Kyle started us off, then CJ, then Daniel, and he goes all the way down. So George, actually, he just by happenstance, he drew the last spot in the rotation. I ended up drawing the spot for him as he went through.
So how is this being played? I've never really seen this stuff.
So going through, it's a no defensive game. You have to go for every shot possible. They don't want you trying to lock people up or anything like that. And your money balls are the 5-ball and the 9-ball. And so if you make the 5-ball, you get 1 chip from everybody in the field. So if Kyle runs down, if Kyle makes the 5-ball, he's going to get 6 chips, and everybody's going to lose them. And then the 9-ball's worth double. So the 9-ball, if you make the 9-ball, you get 12 chips.
Sounds like fun, right?
Yeah, and so it keeps on going through. And then once you miss, it goes to the next person in the rotation.
That's awesome.
If you start off with 40 chips, if you happen to run out of all your chips, then you're done. You're cut off right there.
Regular 9-ball, correct?
Yeah.
No call shot.
Yeah, no call shot. Everything's live. Jumps, all that kind of stuff in effect. There's no ball in hand fouls unless the cue ball leaves the table. So after the break, there's no pushes or anything like that. But like I said, everything flies. If you combo something early, then it comes back up. So if you make the 5-ball right now and the 3-ball is still left on the table, then the 5-ball comes back up and you keep on going.
Management, we need a new 2-ball.
So for note, in this 2-hour time that they have played 8 minutes and are still on the 2-ball.
Right.
It's pretty sad. You know, they said that we weren't good enough to come play in this, but I
Right?
think we
I think it's coming next week.
So with that, the 5-ball comes back up, and Mike will get 6 chips, while everybody loses 1.
That was almost like his early 10.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
So there's going to be a slight delay in terms of chips updating because I have to go through and live update them every time. But I'll try my best to make it as quickly as possible.
ever so slightly.
Tell me you can't see that 2-ball.
And now we have our first chip leader. I think so. Try and drop
Oh, Kyle loses a point.
2-ball flies off the chip, and that is our first off the table foul. So with that, Kyle loses a chip to the field, goes to nobody, and now CJ coming up on the table.
Spot the 2 or it stays down. He knocked it off the table.
I think unless it's the 5 or the 9, I think it goes down.
So is the 3 in the kitchen or not?
So now, a different note, if the 3 is in the kitchen, CJ has to shoot out and kick back at the 3. I don't think it is.
Nah. It's a ball game.
But that is a lost chip for Kyle.
I like
Ooh,
it.
CJ went for it.
You're my kind of player, CJ.
That's the kind of game you play, though. You have to go for those early 5s, those early 9s, because like I said, you can just keep on racking up those points. If you can get away with
Well,
one,
If they were able to, momentum going.
that too, right?
You know what I mean? So let's see how momentum takes it.
It's one of those, if you miss, you have 6 people
Yes.
in your order before you come back up. So you could be sitting
And these
for
are all-
a minute, you know.
There's some top shooters in there. One of this new job.
So that's Marcus. I believe he's from Paso Robles. I think he just moved down here.
Right.
So he's gonna be a newer one coming in. I've actually never seen him. Today would be the first time I've ever seen him.
We were shooting around last night. You know, he's there. He's just a little rusty. But other than that, real solid. Says he's used to the big tables.
Big tables.
That's what he used to play on.
So that's a chip from everybody for Daniel.
Oh.
Now it's one of those that every ball's worth a little bit, right? Like you get the 5 ball, that's awesome. The 9 ball's really the one you want to be going for, though, because like I said, that's worth 12 chips. That could let you coast for a little bit, right?
But I understand my point. I would just say that working on disciplines and stuff, trying to get those runouts.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
very,
Because-
very much going for the runouts, trying to get that as much as you can.
I mean, if the opportunity arises, you know what I mean? So, but other than that, these guys are trying to really, really push for that.
Yeah, I think we'll see the strategy develop. About half of the players, I think, are familiar
Yes.
with the ring game, while the others aren't quite as much.
Right.
So with that, Mike pulls a fairly commanding lead after that start. He gets a total of 18 chips between that 5 ball and the 9 ball. 12 chips off that 9 ball and another 6.
So the only way you would lose a point or a chip would be to scratch or
So you collect the chips that you earn, you collect.
Right.
So everybody from Mike making that 9 ball lost 2 chips.
right. And you came up with this idea?
Mike did. Right, which this is a game people have played ring games forever, but Mike was the one that put up for wanting this kind of tournament style format. Ooh, 5 ball goes in on the break, so Mike gets the chips for that, and the 5 ball comes out.
So double 2 opportunities.
Yeah, so he can try and potentially run out now. 5 ball again spot kind of screwed him a little bit in terms of his shot on the 1.
Little heckling.
Hold on, let's watch it. Look, he's a fucking gorilla, dude. Jesus Christ.
That'd be Mike's new nickname, the Gorilla. Given to him by one Daniel Alvarez.
Almost for 3.
Almost gets the 9 going.
A sprain pair.
Now there's a little bit of talk beforehand, talking with there being no fouls off non-ball in hand, non-cue ball fouls, right? So if you don't if the cue ball stays on the table, there's no ball in hand or anything like that. There are some people talking about maybe not trying to attempt jumps just to not risk that cue ball flying off the table.
So do you still lose a point for it being a ball in hand? Yes.
So if
you consider a scratch, correct?
So the only time you lose a point is if the ball comes off the table. If the cue ball stays on the table but it's still a foul, the cue ball stays where it's at, and cue ball will stay where it's at, and you shoot it from where it lies.
Oh, and he just hit it again.
That's twice now.
What happened there?
That's why we don't have nice things, Ty.
So with that, the 9 would spot, no points would be taken off of that, and then Kai would lose the point. So with that, in the span of 15 minutes, Kyle has chipped away 7 chips. 2 of them were his own fault.
Strategy is not.
Yeah, that it's not optimal, not at all. I'm curious, off of these first 2 racks, these guys haven't been shooting where I know that they can shoot. I'm curious to see if we'll get to a point to where people will actually start beating out of chips. Because I know if your chip count hits 0, you're done. Like there's no way for you to come. There's no redemption chance or anything like that.
It's very interesting. One day we'll get a fight.
Daniel going for a little cheeky,
Right.
early 5, trying to bank at it, hope it goes. Maybe one of these days, me and you need to challenge them, show them what's up.
Right.
So everything's live. So that's
it's all good.
sloppy 7 still goes. Nick's able to get it on the second shot.
It's getting good lead. Figuring it out.
And can Nick maybe get on the board, climb back a little bit from the chips that he lost?
Wow.
That's six chips in it. Now, there's always the potential of where you end up in that lineup could matter because it depends on who you're shooting after, right? So if you're up against somebody who chokes on that money ball, who can't quite finish out, then you might be given that easy 1-2 balls out.
True. It's all about that break.
And Mike continues to take his commanding lead that he's established fairly quickly.
Well, I mean, you can really pattern is right? So you might say to yourself, well, this guy is not going to this guy might muffle.
Yeah.
He likes to hit a little hard on some shots. So for him, anybody sitting in mid-pack is pretty much at an advantage.
That could be.
You know what I mean? Because you have 1 breaker. He doesn't make nothing. 2 runs out 2 balls, maybe.
Then if you have 3 where you have, okay, you're shooting only the 4 and the 5 ball, you get that 6 points, and then
5th guy, maybe he might get that. 4th guy, the 4th and 5th are just praying for the 9 ball left.
you don't even have to even go for the net ball. I'd be happy if I get the 5 ball every rack, then I'd be sitting there chilling. And Mike gets the not the 5 ball. I thought the 5 ball went in for a second. I was about to say we might need to start checking his racks.
Right.
But right now, Mike is the only person with more chips than me starting. Mike's in here at 74 chips. The next closest is 39 with Daniel and Nick.
Starting off strong.
Now for a note, while we still have an hour and 40 minutes left until we're getting towards the end. Once it gets down to the end, so we're going to be paying up first place and second place here. If there's a tie for any of the spots, first place or second place, one tie, all tie, and they're going to do another rotation. Just everybody gets one more shot to try and break that tie. And they'll keep on doing that until we have
So
top
would they
two.
pick balls? They pick balls, or how would you do it?
So once it comes down to the end, if you're the last shooter, then whoever's after you would start it, and everybody gets one more turn at the table to try and break that tie.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, because that'll be two.
All I know is, like I said, right now they're starting at a pace that's not very, very good for getting through racks.
I would say maybe they're still adjusting.
I said maybe. I know there's a couple of them that had some time on the table beforehand to try and warm up and get used to it a little bit.
I'm just trying to help you. Nah, it looks like a very good opportunity for everybody. It just shows that the table's going to be a little bit of a problem for everybody.
Now this is also an interesting detail versus for that shot you want to defense it, right? You usually want to try and send that one ball up table and hide behind the 5 or something like that. But in a no defensive game, that it's kind of out of the question.
Well, yeah, you were just saying a while ago that everything you have to try everything.
There's no defense allowed in this game.
But I would have to say that there could be a two-way.
It opens up the way to a lot of two-way shots. Yes, it comes into when is it a defense and when is it not.
Right. But then I would be able to say it because it would be like a soft shot, right? Make that, but at the same time, or I missed it.
That's true.
So Marcus has a good opportunity right here.
Oh yeah. A fairly easy 2-ball if he can hold it up for the 4 ball. He can get 4-5 and just barely miss it. But like I said, perfect speed to get in there. Brings Kyle to the table, and for note, Kyle has less chips than the guy that has not showed up yet. Speaking of George, he just now showed up. Kyle gets on the board and he now has more chips than the guy that just showed up. Makes the money ball, then chokes instantly on the next shot. It's typical Kyle.
That you look Kyle. So that you look Kyle.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I said I shouldn't be surprised.
How you been shooting? You shooting pretty good lately?
Haven't been shooting too bad. It's one of those I haven't gotten a whole lot of time on the 9-footers. Just competitive time, I would say.
I like it. I like this table. I was practicing on it last night. And
I said, table rolls well and table shoots well. It's one of those, my keeps in pretty good condition. It's one of those, you get a pro championship table, a finals arena table much less, so you're going to keep it.
Final table.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
the final table, like, it's not something that you're going to let just go, right? Like I said, they're talking about it right now. Go for that 6-9, spot that 9 back up, and try and get maybe double up on points.
right. So see that now we're hitting the ball hard enough. You know what I mean? Like,
It's one of those I think that might come a little bit too with Nick. He hasn't. This event, these tables that he's played in on here, I think that's the majority of the playing time he's had in the last couple months.
didn't he just take? So didn't he take something from here a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, so a few weeks ago he ended up one of our chip tournaments that we did. He ended up taking that one. But like I said, he hasn't played in a while. That's another chip loss for Marcus. Those scratches just whittling away at their chips.
We are an hour.
Yeah, so we have an hour and 35 minutes left to.
It's 25 minutes.
Sorry, it's in that corner over there.
Yeah, so we're seeing George come to the table for the first time now. We'll see. Might be a little bit cold. See how it goes through. One thing I don't know if he knows that it's in the kitchen or not. It looks like he does.
I think it'd be a pretty good.
I'd say it's spread out pretty nicely. Just need to kind of connect the dots for it. Depending on what angle he gets, the 8 to the 9 might be a little tricky, a little touchy.
I think he would leave it backwards.
Yeah, just kind of pop out. Just want to leave a little bit angled. The main thing is he doesn't want to just leave straight in. Nice light touch, makes it just barely drop in. Very worst case scenario, depending on how he likes it, he might just leave a bank too. I know the table banks pretty well as well.
Yes, it does.
Oh, but beautiful job. Come back, not quite as much as he wanted to, but still.
Just a finger with.
That's still, I think, a 9-foot draw that he probably just did.
Yes, he did.
Like,
If it was a Tokyo drift, you know.
can't quite get that money ball. Leaves it to
Kyle.
yeah, leaves a kind of. I think Kyle across the face of it.
Might jump it off the table.
I mean, he has lost more chips that way.
It's a difficult shot.
But
Inside
if he
that.
can make this, it brings him back to the game. But he doesn't, and he almost scratches in the corner. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, I did.
It's almost another chip loss. Just narrowly avoided.
Oh, it's CJ.
And CJ gets on the board, gets some of his chips back, and gonna start building up that pot back.
Five.
Brings him now. CJ and Mike are the only ones with more chips than when they started. It's one of those things. Well, yes, George is just now joining us. He came in a little bit late, as we know. Him and Marcus need to start making some balls in because they can't just let them keep on whittling away at their chips.
Right.
Because if they can't make balls, you can't get back into the game.
One.
5-ball tracking. Not quite, but leaves it right there. So
Well, he puts on maybe a 2 man. Off the 2, don't care.
that is potential. And 2 would come back up and he would get those 12 points.
All this being done at Breakers, correct?
Yes, all of this done at Breakers. If you're ever interested, come down and check out the Predator Arena that we have down here. He went for it. Good attempt. It's not quite how it went through. But
Not to his liking. The game
yeah, it depends on what kind of angle he has on it. I think he has a slight angle to where he might be able to just roll and pop up, but it's still not the easiest shot that you want. Ooh, and he went for the net ball, and I like it. I like that attempt. Try and get that easy extra chips and get going.
Fight back on and keep it going.
With that, we're closing in at the end of our first half hour. With that, Mike kind of taking a dominant lead off of this first 30 minutes.
Now versus
Yeah, right now we have our leaders, Mike and CJ. They've kind of CJ not as much of control as Mike has, but Mike's taken full control of this game from the start. I'll say, could it be from what Nick's just been leaving him?
It's kind of like playing dominoes. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like if you're the guy before you, just need to.
You bad, then it. That's a very good point. So if you have Daniel shooting, if Daniel leaves Nick bad, Nick shoots and misses it but leaves it laid up for Mike.
I think Mike was just very generous there.
He doesn't want all balls. You know? we have Marcus coming in as a new guy here. He doesn't want to scare him away too quick, right?
He's trying to encourage him.
But yeah, it's very much a lucky leave on one person could result into points for the person two people down the line, just because that's how it goes. You don't leave very much.
Oh, very nice.
And George coming in.
The 9 just stays there correctly.
Since he moved it with his hand, yeah, it's going to end up staying. But he's starting to pick a couple chips back up. And we might see George get a good amount of chips. Get the first decent run I think we could have seen. Doesn't quite get there. Leaves it, I'm gonna say easy because it's still full table shots, but leaves the opportunity there for Pat.
So that's it.
I think so, yeah. Inside English kind of kill off that rail. Just bring it up. Or embrace the multiple rails, get a little bit closer. The only problem with that is you're kind of flying the cue ball and you have to have a little bit more conscious thought about the cue ball. I'd say gets it, and
Puts him back.
Kyle, from being our bottom person, is now brought back to, now he's in second place.
So once again, it's almost, as long as you have a good opportunity.
Yeah, well, as long as you're making balls and you get one ball every couple racks, you're not out of the game at least, right? But if you're not making any of the money balls, if you're not making 5, if you're not making 9, you're gonna have a hard time. Even if once you start making balls, you're gonna have a hard time getting that fight back going.
So it looks like Breakers has picked up some sponsors.
Oh yeah, we have Doug Eye, the Q guy. For those of you that are from here, you know who he is. But he's our local Q man, repair man. Do all your tips, anything that you need going. We have Side Pocket. We have our 2 leagues here. We have BCA and APA.
Oh, two little break. And a little bit of bad luck on that break.
Yeah, not quite. Doesn't quite leave anything. It goes back more into what we were saying, that domino effect of that break. Depending on where he leaves it right now, he doesn't have to hit it, right? If he doesn't hit it, it's not a ball in hand. That's fine. It's still not an easy shot going through.
Yeah. Let's see how creative CJ can get. The opportunities that I see on
Yeah, take it into the top left corner and try and leave something off the 3 ball. So that's another thing about, right? So we've seen in 35 minutes this is their third rack, fourth rack, something like that. So they're not getting through these racks very quickly.
Well, there was that tie up there after the break.
Yeah, there's a type out the break and just combination of stuff. But everybody's been getting at least one shot.
Yes, it's
as they
quite
go
very
through.
quick.
Instead of going for what might have been the easier shot with the cut going through, maybe take that time to practice the combo, practice getting that going, and get the feel of it a little bit more.
Right.
Maybe build your confidence up with that type of shot.
I would think so, but at the same time, you're trying to tell yourself, how can I get a run? Right?
How do
Especially
you
at
run?
his skill level, you know what I mean? He's like, do I go for the combo? And then how soft do you get the combo?
Exactly. That's where it comes. Like the game's all about the runs, but it's if you can get those couple practices and get those shots off, like
I mean, that's all you're trying to do is go like,
so Daniels slowly bringing that lead back, or closing that gap, I should say, not bringing the lead back in. And he loses the chip to the table.
great shooting.
Seven out of 10, yeah.
This one in, right?
Yes.
So 7 is clear.
Yeah, 7 balls clear out. He doesn't have to do any weird stuff coming in, right? He doesn't have to kick out and try something like that.
You're shooting home so well, my friend.
Pain. Can't believe I drew that ball so well. Everyone knows I can't draw for shit.
Drew it pretty clear. Or here you go.
Take a break.
Mel's gonna step out and out. We're gonna bring Daniel, who just had that brutal miss. How's it going, Daniel?
Oh, it was better earlier, but at least I got shot some balls.
Got shot some balls. Kind of closed that gap a little bit. I mean,
That's tough, those balls. You gotta get there. That's unfortunate that the ball I had on the 67.
it happens.
I also didn't want to scratch inside and negate that grade 5 that I made. For the last so. But, keep shooting. It's early too. I mean,
So
I
with
think
that,
it's just starting to get into the rhythm of things where everybody's starting to get kind of warmed up.
yeah, everybody's starting to get a little bit warmed up. What do you think about the early lead that Mike's taken off?
It's a lot to do with who he's playing right behind.
And that's what me and Mo were talking about.
It's tough. Normally, like if you're playing a game like this, and guys are obviously getting that chance over and over again. A lot of guys will ask if they can get like a regroup or rotation.
That's why I asked Mike, and we ended up deciding not to. But if we debated on if at the hour mark if we do a redraw or not. And
I mean, at this point, he's got some big moves coming out.
that is true.
I wish I could see a 9-baller too.
So, what do you think about Marcus shooting? It's one of those things. He hasn't made anything going on. You guys have been just chipping away at his chips.
Have we?
Yeah, right now he's the only one down in the 20s. He's at 23 chips right now. He's yet to make money.
Is that because of scratches or?
Some of them are scratches.
Wow, that's really unfortunate.
Some of them are scratches, but also you guys have just been making balls, and it's just been eating away at him. Now, here's a different deal for those that are new to chip games, right? Is with the 9-ball where it's at, Kyle has to shoot out of the kitchen and then come back in. So what he's going to do is he's going to just barely hit past that diamond and try and spin the cue ball back in. He hits it, and I mean, no ball in hand foul, so there's none.
And also, that's the other side of that is like you get into situations where I see it safe 1,000% of the time, and I've shot a couple, dinky, I don't know, bank shots, and I knew were tough shots to begin with.
Alright, we're still in there.
CJ got that on there, so he made his third 9-ball.
Second or third, yeah.
So I'm up after CJ here.
Yeah, and that brings CJ is now the first person to get above 50, besides Mike.
Mike's at 67. CJ's at
65 now.
65.
Yeah, 65 because he just now lost the 2 chips from CJ.
Got it. So it's 2 on the 9, right?
Yes, 2 on the 9, 1 on the 5.
See, I don't
Like I said, we're sitting here with Marcus sitting here at 21 chips. You guys are slowly whittling away. I didn't think we had enough time. I didn't think that there would be enough time for people to actually get knocked out with the 40 chips that you guys
Still
started.
early too. The big swings happen. I mean, you get into guys that. And the other thing too is like there's not much play time for Marcus on this table. It does play a little different than most, and I think
Yeah, I'd say he made a couple balls, but he doesn't think he's going to be up. So good luck, Daniel. We'll go ahead and see you later. And
thanks for that.
feel free to pop on in whenever you want. But yeah, so Daniel's running away. He has to, once he shoots right now, which, like I said, I don't think he has a clean shot at the 1 ball. Now, for now, if we get people coming in that from the actual game that are talking with us, they are on a time clock. So they have obviously the 2 hours, but if they aren't ready when it's their turn to come on, then they're going to forfeit their turn at the table. They don't get that shot on the table because they're on a time clock. They got to keep it going. You see Daniel trying to attempt to jump right here. See maybe an ESPN shot coming through. Very nice jump from Daniel. Didn't quite make it how he wanted to, but one of those hits a hit. Jump shot's nice any time of the day if you hit it in my books. Nice shot from Nick, and with the 3 and the 4 having dropped on the break, there's not a whole lot of traffic for him to be able to do. Come back through if he can pop out and get this shot in the 5 ball, get those 6 points and get out. And he misses that 5 ball. It wasn't the easiest of shots, but it's one that I think he should make more often than not. Leaves Mike that bank again. He keeps on leaving Mike on those money balls, those opportunities. They may not all necessarily be the easiest of shots, but they're leaving the opportunities there for him to try something. And Mike is not leaving the opportunities to Marcus at all. I don't know if Marcus has a jump too. He might be able to see a sliver of it. See more of it. That's good. going to leave George an opportunity. This makes it so he can crawl back into it and be right up there with Daniel and Nick and have that fighting chance. Just not quite. He's about a quarter to half a diamond off the shot of where he wants it. Kyle too.
Get up on that 5 ball.
I was like, leaves him not where about as good as Kyle could leave him, not where CJ wants it. This is another one where me and Mo were talking about that domino effect of this shot that Kyle left off of this turns into potentially Daniel getting points depending on how this gets shot off. Very nice shot by CJ for getting that point. If you're gonna come up on a shot, those are the balls to come up on the shot for.
Very top line pitcher. So these two people and 2 other people from Winter City in the league. So when this match is over and
See Daniel have an opportunity, particularly an opportunity to get multiple 9 balls here and go forward and maybe get that 8-9 combo and 8 ball. We could see Daniel get a 24-point swing here. That'd be pretty crazy. So that would be right back in the game. I might go for it now. Good shot from Daniel. We'll see if he can come up with a combo. Oh, not quite. Oh, maybe. Still counts, still goes through. So that 9 ball can spot it up, and if Daniel can run out, it's a 24-point swing. That's a big swing for Daniel. Hit it a little harder than you wanted to, but still not too bad. I've seen Daniel make these before. That's a very nice swing. 24 points. That catapults Daniel from being bottom of the pack to second place now, almost in first. Just goes to show anything can happen at any time.
$30.
24.
I'm supposed to, right? 5 ball in the back.
That's behind.
Yeah, so that's a major swing for Daniel. It's gonna be coming through big. So that kind of pulls him straight into second place, and if he can get something going, maybe into first. Oh, that 5 ball was close to going in. But that for Daniel to not make anything on the break, that's about as good of a lead that he could leave it.
It's not good, Nick.
With that, we're sitting here. Marcus needs to get something going. Marcus only has 16 chips left. When they're winning away, you get 3 points minimum per rack that are gone if you're not making them. I think that was just a Nick whack around shot, not really anything major that he was thinking about or going for. And this goes into the play of 5-ball and 9-ball really all that's mattering. And that's what Mike's going for. He had an easy straight shot, but he didn't have much of a run out after that. So he's missing the 1 ball to go for the out of the world 9-5 carom, 2 rails potentially. All those are coming around, and at this point, it's just kind of with the 2-ball where it's at. It's kind of keep on shooting until it gets through. I'm not sure if it goes between the 4 and the 3, but it determines on who gets that shot off the 2-ball. Kyle going very beautiful shot by Kyle. If it has enough legs, and I think it does. Maybe not quite enough to where he can't hold it up. That was a very beautiful shot by Kyle. Goes into that offensive game where Kyle had to go for that shot, had to go for the 2-ball, right? But knowing that it wasn't going to leave him very much on the 2-ball. That's where we'll see something kind of unusual for Kyle. Like, if it was Mike, maybe not necessarily as much, but these types of shots that it looks like Kyle's going for like a 2-3 rail, he doesn't go for these very often, so he's unpracticed with them. And like I said, it goes into that. There's no foul. Leaves CJ nothing. You know, I mean, CJ has a fairly simple 1-rail kick to hit it. He can make it, and if he can make it, he gets the hand properly, or at least to the 5-ball. But it's still not ideal. He gets it, but that key ball off the table loses a chip for CJ. CJ has a few chips to spare though, unlike some of the other people we have right now. Nice shot by Daniel.
That's exactly what I would have
And in the span of a rack and a half, Daniel has taken and commanded.
Let's keep it simple, bro.
I don't feel guilty, I'll be honest with you.
That's 2 shots now.
Honestly, I'd be mad if
There's 6 pockets, 6 champions.
That ball again, maybe? Not quite. But with that, Daniel has commanded his way into first place. Fairly handedly, he's had 2 good racks, and like I said, that just goes to what can happen very quickly. Ooh, and that's a scratch for Mike, and leaves Marcus his first real opportunity that I think he's gotten. See if he can make
Lost my magic touch.
see if he can make use of it. He, out of anybody in this event right now, he needs the most. He needs to start making some balls. Can't quite get it.
I just see the shark in the water, bro.
A little bit talking back and forth, going back and forth, saying that Marcus is just, he's the unknown entity. He's kind of laying low until he's ready to strike. Gives Kyle the opportunity to, if he can get on the safe ball, it's a fairly put together dotted rack. Just gotta connect the dots. Do that now. Good shot from CJ. Gives good shape, allows him to get that shot off in the 9, and you can see him start coming back a little bit too.
And I know KY didn't be hard for you. That's the only reason why I'm still alive. I think he left old Daniel a pretty good rack there.
I think they were jacked up.
We now have 2 people under 20, with Marcus almost being in the single digits now. Like I said, he's yet to make a single ball. One of his money balls. He needs to make Get ready. We're gonna bring Mo back in on this. See how he's doing. How's it going, Mo?
I'm doing good.
Did you go play back over there?
Yeah,
So a little bit of craziness since you last came up. Daniel has taken control. He went on he had a 24-point rack, early 9, and then got the 9 again. CJ just got an early 9.
So they spotted again.
So he spotted again. So with Daniel earlier, he had the 8-9 combo, made the 8-9 combo. A little sloppy, but still counts. And he made the 9 again. So that was 24 points that Daniel got earlier. That 9 ball that CJ just made, we see our first person go into single digits. We have Nick and George sitting under 20. Nick has 18 chips and George has 17. But Marcus is sitting at 9 chips left. So he's yet to make anything. He needs to get some stuff going.
So he's trying.
I think you go for it, yeah. Like I said, Daniel's warmed up a little bit. He's trying to get some stuff going. Like I said, this could be another potential 14-point rack or 14-point, no, not even rack, just a run. Depends on what he gets off of this 5 ball, and if he gets a good shot on this 5 ball, 5, 6, 9s right there. Potential scratch, but he sees it and he's getting more comfortable. And he drops it. Nice smooth stroke. Like I said, it's kind of just connecting the dots a little bit. Not quite.
Potential. Ball runner. It's type 6, 13.
So it's 12 points for them. That's what we have
No,
going.
there will be 3 points plus the 12 points, so 15.
2 minutes.
Because he has a 6 minutes.
Nick just didn't quite.
So CJ
Yes, CJ and Daniel have a big leader. They're both in the 70s. We'll see if Mike can make this. If Mike makes this shuts down Marcus even further. And Marcus needs Mike to miss this right now.
Yes.
He needs him to miss it and leave something easy for him to just get in, get those 12 points, and start crawling back into the sunlight. Mike makes it, it's further sealing that coffin in there.
There may be the potential of a try break with the 1-9
It could be.
or 1-5 combo. So have you tried the wings here at Breakers?
I haven't. They're
The
good.
new, what is that new flavor? The mango?
I haven't tried the mango ones now, but I don't. I mean, I like chicken. I'm a chicken person. Most kinds of chickens are good for me. Like I said, we have Marcus getting closer to that 0 point. He's at 6 chips now.
He's hoping for a dry break. A 1-9 combo.
Yeah. I say he needs someone. Yeah, easy combos left up. I mean, Mike hooked himself off the break. Mike made the ball. But like I said, even with Marcus coming up, he still has to run some balls to get anything going.
Just like a good little work your way around the table scenario.
So now, for now, we are just now past our hour mark, so we're about a little over halfway done. Once we hit that 2 hour mark, everybody's gonna get 2 more turns on the table.
Oh, my turn.
That was a very nice try. But yeah, so once we hit that 2 hour mark in here in 55 minutes, everybody's gonna get 2 more turns on the table to do whatever damage they can do. And then after that, if we have a clear cut first and second place, it's done enough.
So far, Daniel's looking like the man to beat.
I say both him and CJ are up there in over 70.
Mike's training.
Mike's right up there with them. Everyone else is kind of they have the command lead right now. They're the ones to beat. Everyone else is just kind of like trailing behind.
Kyle needs to be consistent to those changes.
Kyle's the closest within striking distance, but still that's over 30 points between him and Mike. It's a few 9 balls, but still it's you got to get to those 9 balls first.
So what do you consider defense at this point? Because
You're going for it.
they're safe for that.
Just control 1 tracking in. Very, very tough shot.
I know, I was going to. I was thought about it after.
It's been a while since he made the ball. Mike's in off the side asking, I only have 63 points. Oh, that's a 5 ball.
I like it.
You didn't get that final.
Yeah, spot there. It's still alive.
Not that one.
That's what I like.
I missed that bad.
With that shot, CJ tied Daniel with the lead right now. They're both sitting at 76. Now, if one of these guys that's down here in, like Marcus at 5 chips, one of these guys are in the 10s and with 13, 14 chips, if they knock out, then that's less chips for the other guys to be able to get off of their 5 balls and 9 balls. So if somebody gets knocked down, then they're only getting 5 chips and 10 chips instead of 6 and 12. And though, while it's only 1 or 2 chips here and there for every ball that you make, those balls add up. For somebody like Kyle, who's in that middle of the pack right now, where those guys might go out before he goes out, he could still be. It could be a lot more work for him to come back
Within the hour.
within the hour, yes. And that's if this was an untimed event, very easily that could happen. But within the specified time frame that we have for this, it makes it very difficult. There's the potential. What do you think about once you get down to the 7 to taking that 7-9, getting those 12 points. It's a little bit harder of a combo, but if you can get up on the 6, it's possible.
Sorry, I can't do that. Sorry, I can't bring it all.
If he doesn't get draw back, he'll be able to bust it. Bust it.
Does he want to bust it out though? Like I said, you leave that 7-9 back with those extra 12 points.
I would say to make that, since you're still trying to get lead on the next shot,
Yeah.
not really just focus on the shot. Because the 9 ball can kind of touch you, but
I just want to make that. Okay?
That's fair.
You stop.
That's fair. That's fair.
This 9-ball is in play right now. Just want to let you guys know.
so he's going for the top.
Just want you guys to know, eyeballs in play right now. I'm sure it is, buddy.
It hurt.
And Mike, once again, not leaving Marcus anything really. I think he can clip it, but still not
Giving him an opportunity.
it's giving him an opportunity, but still not the easiest opportunities.
So see, it's almost, you know what I mean? But
I get it.
Like
Touched
I
it.
said,
I mean,
he always
I see a lot of people trying to touch it. He touched the ledge. Come on.
Oh, and that's a loss of chip. That is not what Marcus needed.
gonna continue George.
All in twice? I thought it was 7
He's coming to 30.
Little rattle almost didn't go. Oh, it nailed it.
I saw him practicing that the other day.
Yeah, it just goes right in.
I don't know.
Almost misses that money ball.
Thought about it. Yeah, you back here.
So with that, that brings Marcus down to a single chip. The next money ball that drops, whether it's the 5 or the 9, he's done for.
Anything in the area, come on down. Practice on 2
2 ways. I'm trying to make 5
good food.
That's the money.
Yeah, so down here, Breakers, we have 4 7-foot predator tables along with our 9-footer. And like I said, good food, good vibes. Get a lot of people come down and just chill and hang out.
Or if you want to come down and see the match going on.
Yeah, very, very much come down and see the game a little bit. And that 5-ball goes.
And there goes Marcus.
5-ball goes and Marcus is gone.
Marcus.
Yeah. Still, you got points for it. It's still,
He's up to 24 and Kyle. Okay.
Good to have him home. He's got to go play his match right now, so he's about to head out.
I'll be back.
But with that, that cuts down to now we're at 6 people. And so that's less chips for people to get. Less chips for it to go. And with that, like I said, that puts Marcus out of it, and appreciate him coming down. Hopefully, these guys didn't scare him off too much. Hopefully he'll come down, play it a couple more with us.
You can't expect K-Way to do a 3-ball run.
You cut the 2 in the corner, with the cue ball comes straight back. Run the fuck out. Hits the 5 behind.
Make a straight bank.
Yeah, hold it down. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not getting under the
You make a straight bank and you run out.
No, wait. You'll hit up the top side of that 5 inch back. I do cut that ball, it's on the back, so the top side of that 5 on the right side.
I think CJ go for kind of just a whack shot. Hits 5 and the 9, hoping something, if not all of them go. But with it being CJ and CJ does not want to leave Daniel with the opportunity to try and get ahead right now. Ooh, and Daniel has that 5 ball. Right there for Nick.
I thought we were cheering for each other, Daniel.
Let's Nick potentially try and start getting back into this.
It's not my anymore, right?
Now he's going to make it and make the 7th and miss the 8th and fight the 8-9.
Dude, we've seen this before.
There's a reason Mike has 95,000 points. Oh, God.
Everybody in the ring thought that Nick just missed that.
You said flip my purse.
That was good. That was fucking good, bro.
Get up.
So with that, with Marcus being out now, Nick only gets 5 points from that 5 ball instead of the normal 6.
Wait for it.
Combo the 9, Mike.
Mike misses the easy out. It's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Can't miss those easy shots.
Yeah, he was supposed to go down.
Fairly easy shot, but still a little bit of a tester. Has to maybe slightly worried about that scratch in the side pocket. And that's there, so that's a lost chip.
All the pressure on KY right now.
Come on, pal. I'm your biggest fan right now, baby.
And Kyle misses the ball in hand 9 ball. It is not Kyle's night out here tonight. Also, Nick making that 5 ball, Kyle's in last place. They're going to just play Mayor Goring. It's that one right here.
I was trying to make it.
I said we just need Daniel and Nick to miss this 9 ball, then I think everybody would have shot the 9 ball.
15 or 17. No, that's fine.
That's one miss. Can Nick make it 2?
That's not really what I meant, Daniel. That's not really what I meant,
I missed like a
but
fucking pro.
Like, say, if Nick doesn't make this, puts Mike up, and it means that 6 of these guys who said that me and Mo were not good enough have missed the 9 ball. Makes me happy.
No fucking way! How else would you take that shot?
Words from Nick. How else would you take that shot?
The pull downs were like, you lived 5 minutes. Are we using the like 8 racks in. I haven't racked one yet.
Last star.
Some sympathy seemed to go all the way to me.
Got it.
I need that 12 points. I gotta get closer to these 2 guys up there. Relax a little
Mike, it's only 10 now.
bit. No, it's 10. You drop down. It's not even. So, 10 points.
We got 40 minutes left on the clock for these guys to try and make something happen. Curious to see if with that one less body, a little bit more shots on the table potentially during the racks. Maybe some of these guys that haven't quite gotten anything going, they'll see more potential 5 balls and 9 balls. Barely drops for Nick. I don't think he wanted it, but it was there. Mike coming to the table, we'll see. I can almost guarantee you that Mike's going to go for that early 5 and try and get an extra points off of this.
Way back out, too.
Yeah. Just knock people.
You're like, I'm already seeing the 5, but the 4-9, are like.
Not quite getting there. And a scratch, so that's a loss of a point. Some people may say that's what Mike gets for going for that early 5, but I like the thought. I appreciate the effort.
That rack that got me.
Oh, Mike's over here playing on rack. Speaking of which, he's about to come in and give us a little bit of insight on how it's going. How's it going, Mike?
It's going alright, you know. Having fun. It's like shooting pool with buddies, and what happens, happens.
Yeah. So, talk about it a little bit. What do you think about Daniel's 24-point swing there earlier, a couple racks ago, where you double 9 ball?
Oh, that was big. That jumped him right up there. Now he's tied for first with CJ. I missed a couple important balls where I could still be up there. It just takes a couple 9 balls one way or the other.
Now, some say that the 4-5 that you went for with the scratch, some might say that you deserve the scratch for going for that 4-5.
Well, it's the shot.
I think it was a shot as well.
There's not a safety.
There's no safety.
So I'm going to try and bank the 4 down there. And so
I appreciate the
I'm going to
shot.
go for it every time.
Some of your competitors may not appreciate it as much.
Like I was telling those guys, the Golden State Warriors won championship shooting 3s, not 2s. So give me the ball at half court, I'll chuck it up there. So how's it going on this end?
It's been fun. It's been going back and forth a little bit, seeing you guys fart around a little bit, seeing you guys, some of the shots that you guys go for, right? Because like we talked, like you just said, the 5 ball and the 9 ball, the money balls, those are the only balls that really matter on the table. Everything else is just paths to get there.
Well, you know, Kyle tried to bank the 2 to the corner, and I'm like, 5 and the 9 are right there on the spot. You can cut that in the corner, and you're going to come back and hit the 5 and the 9, I think both. And one go to the corner, one go to the side. I'm more of a gambler for sure. We all know that when it comes to taking shots.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll see if Nick can lead me a here. Was the beneficiary of pulling Nick Judd. So. I'm gonna go in here, follow him up, see what happens.
You enjoy, have some fun, Mike.
I think so.
Nick once again leave Mike a fairly easy shot. Not much you can do to mess it up. Just kind of follow forward a little bit. And that 6-7's broke up now too, so the run's potentially there. Mike misses the 5 ball. That's not the shot that we want to miss. Especially coming up, I mean, he's lucky enough to where it's not CJ or Daniel that's following him. He's actually following. He's a little bit further down, but not the points leaders. Now, one thing that is interesting, there's 35 minutes left. First place is tied. If one tie, everybody ties. And so at the end of this, if Daniel and CJ can't break that tie, they're going to keep on going. And everybody's going to keep on getting turns at the table until the tie is broken. It's a good run from George. Lets him get him back in there. It's one mistake on a not super easy shot, but a routine shot from Mike that I think he should have made, and he ended up missing. Lets him get back in there. Fly off the table. That's another lost point for George. Good little try from CJ. It doesn't leave Daniel very much, but depending on how much of this one ball he sees, he might actually be able to go for some kind of early 5 ball. Daniel, as he walks up, taking a glance up there, we have a scoreboard up to where the players can see it live. It has a little bit of a delay, but he's looking to see how much he has compared to CJ, see if he can get something going. couple rounds at this one ball. Nobody's quite been able to make it drop, but Mike coming up to the table if he can hold the cue ball up for the 2-ball. I wouldn't be surprised if you can see a 2-5 combo here. 5 ball's kind of in the pocket. Yeah, he's trying to hold it up, and he doesn't quite make the 1 ball, but leaves it there essentially for George. We'll see if he sees it. We got 30 minutes left on our clock, so see how it's going to go. Kyle's slowly weeding his chips down. And George tries to hold it up. I think he let the cue ball go peek out a little bit more than he was wanting to. Goes for it, and 5 ball goes. It's a good combo. And George, after being one of our low chip people, he's found his way back into this. Could be that extra person that's out. Could potentially have made it change a little bit. I don't know. Ooh, a little low for George there. You can see the 4 ball potentially go through. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see an attempt at a 5-9 combo, depending on where his angle is at on this 5 ball. George starting putting together balls here, coming out from behind. And Mike, after being our chip leader there for a bit and starting off with the commanding lead, his balls have slowly been getting whittled away. He's slowly lost chips as the night's gone on. He hasn't really had anything here in a while. Good shot from CJ. Nice long, a little bit of confidence.
I need you to hang in there for 28 minutes.
Ooh, nice shot from CJ. Can he come back out? I think he got enough to where he's a little bit better off than where he would have been. Nice shot from CJ, and that gives him the first solo lead we have seen in a decent bit.
Did you make the 5 piece? Oh, hey, KY was left straight in with the 6 ball. KY. No, I'm sorry. It was good enough to where you can get shape on your next ball.
They're talking a little crap to KY right now. He missed a fairly easy shot to go through.
Hey, was that a scrap pistol?
That counts, bro. Fuck it.
That is a scratch. Slowly chipping away at
We
leads
go to
the
tiebreaker unless we get Daniel to scratch here.
Brother.
those slow chips can add up. An interesting tactic right here. Doesn't look like he's going for that. I've been surprised if I would have seen Daniel chase a wild 1-9 right there. Potentially see a couple balls start strung together here. Daniel's reaching out and grab a little extension. He's a little short, so he can't quite reach the table. I think one of our shorter guys here is Daniel. Wouldn't quite give him the honorific title on. He's working on it. He's trying to get there.
Right there, baby.
85, that's not a great out.
Yeah, but they don't mix it over all the time.
I know you can see a little bit of this 4 ball. If not, he might be going for a crazy 5 ball. Oh, he was. What do you know?
You got
Scratch.
scratch.
Yeah, you were trying, Mikey. You were knocking off.
I'll say they were kind of talking when CJ did that scratch. It kind of takes away the potential tiebreaker between at least Daniel and CJ. Some of the others, if they start making a move for the top, they could potentially come up and tie. But with our top 2 right now, there's not much room for a tie.
I'm shorter, so I got a lot for me.
Nine balls flat. He's getting out run this out.
My bad.
Only way to get in shape on 7 is stop shots.
Can you gentlemen please?
9 ball cinder, baby. You got nothing to lose.
I started telling him to send for the 9 ball.
Right?
Nothing to lose.
We're so far away, it's not even.
He does send for the 9 ball.
If you want to give up, just give me the points.
Try.
And Mike missing those shots again. I mean, they're not the easiest of shots, but they're still leaving George the opportunities.
Well, you know, these folks, if you old people, these folks start getting tired halfway through the set.
So your mom said just like Daniel told me you lose
And George not leaving Kyle very much at all.
Yeah, you can't let your brothers talk. He's gonna join in the conversation.
And Kyle's sitting there trying to get some kind of 9 ball. Something that will slowly drag him back into this after his brutal beating that he's been taking.
One more time.
Cue ball's going for CJ.
Sure, don't scratch. Keep all those towards every single puzzle.
CJ getting worried about that scratch there, essentially leading to where Daniel can tie this back up.
He's going for lead. Off the 6. Fucking work.
Make Judd and table. Make Judd and table.
Now where that 8 ball's at, we very much could see another 8-9 combo early on and then be now instead of a 24-point swing, a 20-point swing, but that's still a major point grab for anybody who sees it and goes for it. Even with that little tap, it's still there.
6-9 combo.
Okay, you won't combo the 9er.
Once again, we see George comes to the table with not the easiest of opportunities, but something that, with how he was shooting earlier, could be something big. Ooh, he breaks up that 8 ball. I don't know if he wanted to quite do that or not. Like I said, that 8-9 was there in the potential combo. If he runs out, then I think it's all good. Ooh, not quite. Use Kyle coming to the table. Kyle's our low man right now. He might be able to put something together, but as Kyle knows, he hasn't been shooting very good right now. Sanders is walking up saying he might be able to sell some shots to CJ.
I'm just trying to stay alive.
And Kyle just barely missing those shots. Leaves himself almost perfect shape, but misses that 8 ball.
Yeah, I know. That's what I say. That's what I say. He ain't scared. He's been looking to lead.
And with this, unless the 9 ball goes back all the way back around to Kyle's gonna go down single digits. Or CJ leaves that open to Daniel to try and capitalize. This is a big number for us.
Good out, Daniel. Good out. Good out, Daniel.
That's 9 to 9.
It's a big 9 ball for Daniel. Brings him now up 1 ball. He just needs to make sure he doesn't scratch and tie it back up.
Oh, I've been trying to. You were supposed to rattle it so he would rattle it and leave it for me.
That was a really
You've been
bad
giving
make.
enough rattles, all right? Not lately. Your lead was like 39.
Hey Daniel, you know what you need to not do? Scratch.
Okay, thank you for that. We actually need you to scratch.
Actually, go ahead and scratch and then leave it.
I'm definitely suffering.
That's a fun shot.
Everyone just told me, hey, stop breaking the fuck out of this.
Hey, it's a fun shot. I've tried it like 3 times.
Are you using white chalk on my table?
No, I'm actually using the chocolate you gave me.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. It had a little breakers thing on the bottom that fell off.
Mike is very picky about the chalk that's allowed on this table. He is trying to get into Daniel's head by talking about the chalk that Daniel's using.
Literally starving.
Ooh, that cue ball was moving. Think Daniel's going to reach for the jumper maybe? No. He doesn't want to have the cue ball leave the table, so he's not going to jump.
Say less. That's a terrible joke. That is a terrible joke. Didn't lose the game.
Cue ball flies everywhere on the table, but does not go in the pocket. Right now, that's what CJ's wanting more than anything.
Did you finish your solo already?
I say, even though Daniel completely missed everything, he still didn't leave Nick very much to go off of. Some of those CJ's leaving Daniel some stuff, but Daniel's not leaving Nick or anybody else anything, so nobody's able to really get any kind of groove going. Ooh, we might see. Looks like Nick's grabbing a jump cue. Now, I don't think I've actually ever seen Nick jump, so we'll see if he knows how. Got the ball in the air.
I don't mind it.
Barely see the edges.
Ooh, we see Mike going for a jump right here. Or as Dan likes to call him, the gorilla. Like it be known that 2 jumps and 2 misses.
Well, whoever's up doesn't have to jump.
We have seen 2 jumps back to back and both of them completely missed the ball.
Good marks. Jeez, all right there too.
Kind of like no love right there.
You nice with me or what?
Like I said, Kyle's now in single digits in terms of chips, so we might very potentially, I mean, there's 13 minutes left. There's very potential that we might see another person get knocked out of this event.
Back to points again still.
2-ball save CJ from that other scratch. That might not be what he wants. CJ leaving Daniel a shot. Leaving some of the potential. See if Daniel's able to get something going right here. One of those, with 10 minutes left on the clock, we're kind of looking at the CJ and Daniel show right now.
Held it.
So,
I like it.
there goes a 9-ball. pretty solid attempt on Nick's part. Doubt he was going for it, but that was pretty good.
Right there, baby. Yeah.
That's an unfortunate rule for George after having a fairly decent opportunity at the table, just to go right behind that eight ball. Gives Cal the shot. He might be able to get something. Hopefully he can get something. He's a low man right now. There you get the 4 ball on the way back. Not quite. Kyle just hasn't had a good couple rolls this lately. Everyone else has been getting a lucky shot here and there, but nothing's been rolling from Kyle. Now we do have less than 10 minutes remaining until we start going to single rotations. Like I said, once our timer is done, whoever is shooting will finish their turn at the table, and then everybody is going to get 2 turns at the table after that to try and get as many points as they can. And so once the timer's out, it's not quite over, but we're getting down to where everybody just gets a certain amount of turns left. We're getting down to where these 5 balls and 9 balls are getting to the point they're only going to have so many limited amount of turns left time at the table. They need to take a full advantage of every shot that they can while they have it. That shot by Nick, he's trying to put a little bit of a comeback come here. My question is if it's early enough or if it's just a little bit too late of a start that he's getting. That's unfortunate. It's a scratch, a lost point, and it gives Mike the ball in hand with a 9-ball spot shot. And bringing Daniel back into this to see how he's doing.
Boy, brother, at the 7-minute mark left, I dogged the fuck out of that 8 ball to get ahead. Now Mikey's got to shoot this spot shot. I usually end up missing this one. I overcut it most of the time.
Yeah, it's a tricky little shot. It's not easy by any means.
And then the roll is like the other thing too. Like, this looks deceptively easy. George is a really good shot. He got a lot of draw shots under his belt. A lot of draw shots under his belt. So he's got that shot pretty well down.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about it. You're getting to the points where these 5 balls and these 9 balls are really important. You're at the point where you have only so many turns left on the table to be able to shoot and do
And
whatever.
time, dude, and time. Honestly, that 2 hour mark. This is like one of those situations where I lost track of time while I was playing pool. I know that a lot of guys when you first start out, you have that fire. You want to play so much that you literally, it's just a time step. It's a time warp. You get on the table and all of a sudden you look up and they're like, last call, ball's back. I mean, 2 hours just flew by for us, man.
Yeah. Now remember too, once that 2 hour mark does get hit, everybody's gonna have 2 more turns up the table.
Got it. So we got 2 after that.
Yeah, so whenever that 2 hour mark's done, if you're at the table, you'll finish your run, and then after that, everybody's gonna get 2 more turns to try and do as much damage as they can. And if anybody ties for first and second, or not, but if first and second are a tie, one tie, all tie, everybody's getting another turn at the table.
That 5 ball's popping, bro. Even,
With it being at the back of that rack, it's moving for
yeah,
sure.
and it's. I mean, I guess better than the wing balls, but damn, that thing is moving.
Yeah, because we've seen it going twice, maybe 3 times on the break.
Well,
and
Mike has a monster break. I mean, the dude's a savage. He swings that cue so hard. It's so heavy too.
You were
He's got
calling
so
him
much
a
weight.
gorilla earlier.
He is He's Magilla Gorilla, dude. I call my stepdad that too. They're some
Magilla
big,
Gorilla.
Big boys, bro. You're too young for that, but that used to be a Hanna-Barbera type of cartoon. Magilla Gorilla. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I'm not old. But that's really why you guys didn't want me playing, because you just didn't want me playing with all you old cards.
Oh, come on, dude. I got a couple gray hairs, but I'm not old, bro. You know what I mean? I'm young and hip.
Couple.
I got I got some cool things going for me.
A couple.
God damn, KY.
That's another chip lost the table for Kyle.
It's hard not to cheer for, like, I'm sure it's hard not to jump up for a ball that's like, off the table. It's a point.
With that, it's a point down. Kyle's down to 3 chips now. I didn't think we were gonna see anybody get knocked out. We're
Well,
about
Nick
to
had
see 2.
that nine earlier, and that really kept him in. All right, I'm getting through.
Alright, you enjoyed?
We're gonna do an interview with the winner after.
So we see Daniel coming in. He has a very good opportunity here. 3, pop back out for the 4, 5 ball down here. We may see it. Looks like, yeah, he's looking at it right now. Maybe a 4-5 combo, get those extra points out on the table. It being Nick following him and not CJ makes it more likely for him to go for this risk maybe only getting it once to try and get it multiple times. Once again, Daniel is short, so he has to go reach for his extension. Yeah, he went for that bench pen. It's one of those that you wonder if that was the right call for him to go for that. Try and go for that early 4 or 5 and get those extra points out on the table, or just take his mess and take the run. It's one of those. Kyle only has 3 chips left, so unless he could be done this round. Unless he can get something going and get another turn on this round. If he doesn't make anything, he's out. Mike Tucker is going to this now right now. He wasn't going to at first, but then Daniel kind of missed him a little bit. Oh, and he almost got that scratch in. These tight pockets, if you hit hard, you can hope and get that rattle in there.
Out of the pocket.
So now we have less than a minute going on right now, so we'll see who's shooting when the timer goes off. Might have Kyle being the start of this rotation. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, and a scratch from George.
That was Steve back I would have laughed my fucking ass all the way to the bank. Not really. And second to last.
Time's up, so Kyle will finish this turn on the table and we'll starting with CJ. He's going to get 2 turns left on the table.
God damn it, K-Wise.
Timer's up. Starting with CJ, everybody gets 2 more turns on the table.
You guys hear that? Timer's up. Everybody gets 2 more times at the table.
Kyle on the brink of death just about closes that door on him. So he technically gets 2 more turns at the table, but he might not have enough chips to be able to see that.
Dig myself out. Okay. You gotta run out. You gotta run with your run.
I would put a bunch of time on this.
Unless it comes back, we're going to bring it down.
Oh, and that it's going. Oh, we almost see that scratch. That. We have Kyle off to the side asking if he ends up getting knocked out this rack if he still gets 2 more turns. The answer is still no. But this rack could do some damage. CJ or Daniel need to make something. Daniel needs to make a ball. Whether it be the 9 ball or the 5 ball, he needs to get something going. Daniel actually needs to make 2 of them because just one of them isn't going to cut it out. And actually, Kyle getting knocked out this rack could damage Daniel's chances because that now goes down to where he's only getting 4 chips for the 5 ball and 8 for the 9 instead of 5 and 10.
No, you gotta.
Now, interesting. Depending on how this goes, we might see a little bit of a comeback from George, come out from under and tie it. Kyle, who didn't think the ball would get back around to him, gets another chance at the table.
Reach it and it's straight in.
Still didn't draw back quite enough. He said it was straight in, so might leave this 10 ball for or this 9 ball for Daniel or CJ. Leaves it there for CJ.
Come back. Come on,
He makes it hard for Daniel to try and squeeze in. This might seal CJ's fate. That's one round around, so everybody starting right now gets one more turn.
Get out of the way.
And with that, that sends Kyle out of the rotation.
So.
Dude, I'm straight in right now. I mean, I can't even believe I to draw that far.
So right now, Daniel's best bet is to try and hopefully Jordan gets something and tie it. If Jordan can come back around and tie it, then that's his game.
No shit, brother. But the bad thing is even though I fall asleep, which doesn't you can have we're at the new ball.
We're at the point now. So CJ,
Five combo.
So yeah, so with that kind of seals CJ's deal, unless George can come back and tie, which I don't know if Daniel sees it quite yet or not. Basically, Daniel needs to scrap right here, lose a chip, and then hopefully George comes back around. That scrap does not happen, so the only other option I think is if George runs the balls and come back from behind and just steal that second place spot from Daniel.
I'm good, thanks for asking.
With that, though, George would need 3 money points to be able to get that.
Should I tell him to move and I can sit in? Scoot over. I'm sitting in.
And bring Tori in. How's it going, Tori?
Just fantastic.
Coming in just right at the end of the screen. They're sitting there. George is coming up to the table right now. This is the last turn we'll see.
So what happened to Nick Judd?
He just completely tanked. You know, he had a little bit of hope and then just
So he thought it was going to be, you know, that person that was going to stay up all the time.
didn't. Mike thought that for a little bit too. Mike hasn't made it here in an hour and 20 minutes. Like I said, this is the last turn, so basically George needs to make a 5-ball, a 9-ball, and then the next rack, the 5, to get picked. If not, then we have our 2 winners. We have CJ taking first place and Daniel taking second. Both getting a little over $100 a piece. I think first place we're paying $160, second place we're paying $120.
It's good to see people like CJ coming out.
Yeah.
And, you know,
It's a little bit different, but with that missed shot, that ends the tournament. I think Mike wants CJ to come in on this,
More than I started.
get some talk with it. So we'll bring CJ here in a second.
he's coming in with his ninja hair.
Yeah,
Man
with the ninja
bun.
hair.
I mean, it should be a man bun. I should fix it right now.
Just a little bit, but you know, here it goes. How's it going, CJ? Pretty good. Dude, that was a good little run there you put to try and get back up and take the lead. There's a little bit of that scare there with Daniel when you guys were tied for probably about, 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Yeah, I was pretty worried. And then I scratched on the brake and gave him that pitch right at the last 2 minutes. I I'd like to thank the MVP Kyle for giving me all the 9 balls in the pocket.
You know, he gave you quite a decent bit. He let you kind of coast through and made it not as difficult as it could have been.
Did Kyle make it for his time frame that Cassie asked
Yeah,
for?
yeah. He got knocked out. He lost all of his trips. He lost
I
every
saw
single bit.
Cassie wanted to make sure he could get there
Oh, yeah.
in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I think we had to get him home by now.
Okay.
So we got him done in plenty of time. But yeah, that's.
I was pretty nervous coming down here because I didn't play on 9-foot tables.
I say you don't play on Alfred's, and this is, I think, the first time you've been on a stream, right? Yeah. So.
Do you have your house gear?
No. Actually, I had some.
Oh, there we go. We like that.
But yeah, so just wanted to pull you in, say congratulations. So like, you get your first one. Hopefully, we'll see you more in on these streams. Like, I'd love to get a chance to play you sometime, see how it's going.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, of course. Have a good one. I think we're gonna I think Daniel's gonna come in for a second here too.
Sit on my lap.
Sit.
We're getting a second place.
What's going on, guys?
It's going good. You know,
TJA on the mic. Second place was unexpected, fellas. I gotta be honest.
I know you were hoping there for first for a second. A little
Well,
bit.
I mean, he outshot me. I had my opportunities. The last couple of racks were fucking tough. I just couldn't make it down. I had the out missing on the 3 to the 4. I was like, oh, just play it soft, bro. You can come up and shoot the 4 in the same pocket, or the opposite pocket, and I ended up like getting short and flat when I tried to play the bank. That was basically where I lost it, because I have that 5 ball and I have a chance at the 9 too. So
I was sitting there saying it might have almost been a play to scratch, make it, put you on even points, and hope that George can come back around to tie.
I definitely didn't want to leave George anyway.
It's a risky play, but it
That
was
guy's a
your
good
own.
man, bro. You leave the back door open. You know what I'm
It was one of those, your only bid at first place at least.
Daniel likes to misjudge, but I'm just saying.
What does that mean?
You know, he used to say I couldn't draw a ball.
Oh
so.
my god. All of a sudden she knows me. She is a good shot. Absolutely. Why didn't we see you tonight? You're busy or what?
I was at a wedding.
Weddings.
Yes.
What I win, guys? What I win?
Should have been 120. So,
You're gonna do it again? Doing this again?
I'm sure we'll probably get something going. I was talking to Mike about trying to potentially run a actual tournament format on the 7-footers down here, and so running it on multiple tables, and every hour or so the chip counts increase, so it would double. So after the first hour, instead of 5 being worth 1 and 9 being worth 2, we double, so it'd be 2 and 4.
You guys might get me down here.
And
I might go ahead and dust off my cues and come down.
To get through,
Just saying.
get that going. The thing that I was suggesting would be every hour we would redraw tables, and you would stay on that table for that full hour.
Well, whatever we're doing, I just made $80, so I'm ready to play some fucking.
Let's do it.
We're not supposed to do this. We're supposed to be polite in the stream.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Of course, we'll see you. And with that, we're going to go ahead and head on out. We'll be coming back on here. We'll be streaming another couple matches here in like 20, 30-ish minutes. Get some garbage time going. Get some random matches. Whoever wants to play out here. Maybe some double matches going. So keep your eye out
Somebody
for
wants
those.
to bring Tori into it. We could do this.
So we can get some stuff going. Like I said, we're streaming again here in like 20, 30 minutes.
Take Daniel out again. I kind of like
I think we
it.
might have to. So, like I said, guys, keep your eyes out for the stream, and see you next time.